YouTube? It's your girl Kiannamoracia. If you are new here, then welcome. If you are not new here, then welcome back. Today we have another affordable Amazon find from one of my favorite Amazon hair companies, Unice Hair. They sent me this gorgeous 14-inch transparent bob wig. Listen, the wig, I got the goodies. I'm gonna skip past the goodies. Usually I go crazy about the goodies, but I'm gonna skip past them for this video because the wig itself is what was really blowing my mind. The wig came pre-plucked and pre-bleached. This is a perfect beginner-friendly wig. Also, the middle part is already pre-potted out. Why did I just say that? Pre-parted out, but you can make it however part that you want. It is a 13x4. As you can see, those ends are full. They are not wispy or thin. It does come pre-layered. It's longer in the front and then it's kind of bumped in the back. The wig came pre-plucked, but I did go ahead and bleach it and pluck it some more just because I plan to do a no baby hair look. If you do plan to do baby hairs, I think the way that it comes straight out the package will be perfect for you. And I also bleached it some more just to really, make it give scalp, because I was trying to melt this as much as possible since it would be my first bob frontal wig on this channel. So for starters, I'm just spraying some hairspray on there and getting ready to bleach it. I do this to tame the flyaways so that way that they don't end up in the bleach mixture. And then because the wig came pre-bleached, I actually made my mixture a little bit thicker than normal just so that way it wouldn't seep up and actually over bleach the knots. Using some 40 volume developer, and I'm also using my Clairol BW2 powder mix. That's the one that I always use, but I want to know y'all opinions. So you know how a lot of people say like, oh, bobs are ugly. Why do people hate bobs? I've never understood the hatred that bobs got. They just give like they look so pretty to me. I've never understood the hatred that bobs got. I actually think bobs look better on me than longer hair, because every time I try a short wig, it just hits. I don't know how to explain it. But let me know why some of y'all don't like bobs. I don't know what the point is. Maybe it's because some of them are too thin, or I don't know, whatever the case may be. I don't understand why people don't like bobs. I am a bob lover, even though I barely ever do bobs because I never get any bob wigs. I'm being super duper light with my hand because, as I said, the wig is pre-bleached and I don't want to push it all the way in. If you do that, you're not going to end up brassy and over bleached, because a lot of these wigs have been coming pre-bleached, pre-plugged, pre-customized lately. So after I finish putting that mixture on, I am just going to take some foil paper, cover that, leave it for 30 minutes. Not 30. Since it's pre-bleached, I left it only for about 20 minutes. But it was thick enough to the point where I didn't overtone the knots. So I'm going to put that on, leave it for 30 minutes, and then wash it out. What the wig looks like after it was shampooed, it was toned, it was washed properly. I always like to wash my wigs when I first get them just because they do go through a lot of processing and I have very sensitive skin. If wigs make you break out, that's something that I recommend. But I'm pinning it down to my wig head. I got some new T-pins. I was super excited. I got those off Temu for like $1 for like a 50 pack. So that was crazy, but I'm pinning it down and then I'm spraying some water on it instead of mousse because I realized I could just use water to wet it whenever I'm plucking the knots. I don't have to do anything else. So as I'm doing that, I'm parting out a section. I'm starting from the ends and then I'm doing my pluck and skip method all the way through. In the video, it's gonna look like I'm taking out a whole bunch of hair. The wig is actually very thick in the front. The wig is thick. It comes with a lot of hair, so don't think I'm taking out a whole bunch. Listen, I am just going as far back as I want to, just because, as I said, I don't plan on doing baby hairs, and I kind of want to do a couple looks with this wig, like putting it up, all types of stuff. So, you gotta pluck extra, because I don't plan to just wear it down. And as I'm plucking, I'm realizing, like, yo, this wig is full. This wig is full and I'm not getting any excess shedding. I'm literally just having to work my way through and pluck these knots, even though they're pretty small. I like to show all the hair that's coming out just to make sure if it is a beginner watching this video or someone who isn't really used to plucking wigs, like it's perfectly normal for that much hair to be coming out. When you pluck, you're taking the hair like that has been sewn into the frontal. So when you're plucking, you're taking all of that out. It's kind of like if somebody was to just pluck all the hair from your scalp. You have a lot of hair, so it's gonna seem like it's a lot of hair coming out when you do take that amount. I don't plan on doing baby hairs. After I finished each section, I went in with my Fantasia spritz And then my hot comb, just to make sure that stays in place. Look at how natural the front of that hairline looks. That is what we want all around the hairline. So I am going to move on to the other sections, but before I do, I did go in with my tweezers and just take a little bit of the hairs away from the front, and this is the finished product. It looks like somebody's scalp already. Like I said, no baby hairs is gonna eat. So I fixed the top. I did not flat iron it yet. So now we're getting to the actual install. Do not mind the fact that it's still wavy. Like I said, I did not flat iron it yet. I'm using my Ruby Kisses cream foundation, and I'm just going over my wig cap with that. No ball cap. I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. No ball cap method. If you're new, I never do the ball cap method on this channel unless it is a very, very, very special occasion, like my birthday or something like that. Because the ball cap is what's making y'all bald. I'm sorry. I have a big forehead. All I have to do is just really push the ball cap back. And then I'm using some alcohol swabs. Not swabs. I'm using some cotton pads. And I'm cleaning off all of that excess that might be on my forehead or that got there from me putting it on. Sliding it back some more. And now we're going to get ready to put some foundation onto that lace. I think I used the Ruby Kisses cream foundation again. That's what I'm doing right here. And then I did end up setting it with a powder that is my skin tone color. Not a lighter powder. A powder that's my skin tone. This is what it's looking like underneath. There is a elastic band in this wig. So if you want to make it glueless, you definitely can. You just have to tighten the elastic band enough. I decided to glue it down because tomorrow is going to be 90 degrees. And listen. Tomorrow is going to be 90 degrees. I had plans. I'm like, listen, I'm going to spray this down and do something with it. I don't know. So this is the moment where Babiana started coming out. You know, Kiana, Babiana goes hand in hand. But yeah, so Babiana started coming out and I was obsessed. I don't know what it is about short hair. Short hair is going to do it for me every single time. Like every single time. I don't care what nobody say. So after I cut the ear tabs, I'm kind of just adjusting it to right where I want it. Because when I'm spraying it down, I'm not going to be doing any pulling. I kind of just want it to be where it should be. I'm cutting 3 sections. I am going to work with the sides first instead of the front. I've noticed it's kind of easier this way and it puts the front exactly where I want it. So I'm taking a eyeshadow color that is my skin tone color because I ran out of the powder foundation and I didn't feel like getting up to get more. So now I'm just spraying underneath that. The eyeshadow matched it perfectly though. I had like a whole palette that I was using. I'm using my Ebin active spray and I'm putting that under it. And I'm just using the end of my edge brush to press that in. Look at how easy the entire like install of that one side was. All I'm doing is just pressing it in. You can see the lace, but don't worry. We're going to tie it down with the melt band to melt it later. But I'm going to do the same thing to my other sections. Cutting in a zigzag motion. I was kind of cutting like very thinly just to make sure I didn't have too much lace left over. So I'm using the very tippity tip of my scissors because I don't want it to be in a straight line. I kind of want my cutting to be perfect so I could just do no baby hairs and go. I also think I plan on selling this wig after, so I decided not to cut the baby hairs in case whoever I sell it to, they gonna want some baby hairs. My spray can just jammed on me, and I think that made me realize that I need to re-up on products. If you guys have any brands or any like wig products that you guys really love, please comment them below because I'm looking for new stuff. I don't know. I like trying new stuff with my wigs, and I feel like I only use like whatever's trending. And I feel like there's better stuff out there. Don't get me wrong. I do love Even Spray, but that white cast just isn't going to do it for me. So if you have any melting sprays that don't have a white cast, please let me know. But in the meantime, we are going to be using the Even Spray. I'm taking my edge brush to just melt that down. Now, I did notice that there was a white cast after because of the method that I use, and I kind of let it get a little bit too sticky while sticking it down. So I am just going to go in with some more of that eyeshadow that is my color. You'll see me dipping into it right here. And then I'm just going to use a powder brush and I'm brushing that all over the edge of the lace. I think I'm going to start gluing the sides down first. Usually if you watch my other tutorials, you notice I always do the middle first. Doing the sides first actually lined up the middle perfectly for me versus me having to like figure out where each side should go. I think I'm gonna just start doing the sides first. Now, after I put that powder on, it was already looking melted, but we are gonna spray the spray underneath. I kind of like opened the hole on the aerosol can, and now it was coming out way too much, but I'm just sticking that down. There is gonna be a little bit of residue. I could already feel it on my forehead, but we are gonna clean that. There's also a little bit of spots that I missed first things first, I'm going over that with my foundation. Not my foundation, my eyeshadow that is supposed to look like powder foundation, because I didn't have any powder foundation at the moment. I'm going over it with that just to make sure that white cast does not form. That is the last thing I want. And I'm putting my hair up, and now I'm going to be taking my spray can and just lightly dabbing a little bit on my finger just to really press and melt that in. Listen, I was trying so hard not to have that white cast show. That is the one thing that I do not want at all whatsoever. So I'm taking the spray can and I'm using a little bit on my finger, and I'm just pressing that into the lace. I did end up using some spritz off camera as well after I did this section, but I don't really have time to record because my phone got a low battery notification, and I didn't want to like plug it in and do all that and then have it dry. So after I did all of this, I tied it down for about 10 minutes. The amount of Unice hair melt bands that I have is actually insane, because I've collaborated with this company so much that I have so much melt bands that are still in the packs, still there, just sitting. That's why I pulled out a new one, because I've been using the same one since like January when I have like 12. While the wig is, while the lace is melting, I am taking my Nano Titanium Flat Iron by Babyliss. I almost forgot how to say the dang name. I'm taking that and I'm just bumping the ends and making sure it's fully flat how I want it to. This is me untying that band. Now, as I told y'all, it was gonna melt, but there are a few white spots. I'm kind of rolling off the big ones with my finger just because I know those are the ones that really didn't dry. And then I'm just gonna clean off the rest later on, but my hair is kind of stuck to my head and I don't like that too much, so I'm taking my comb and I'm just going under it to the parts where I don't want it to be stuck. There are some parts where I do want to give that sleek look, but not right here. So after I comb that over, I am going to go in and just flat iron it a little bit more till I get the look that I want. Alright, so for this to be an Amazon wig, this bob is bobbing. And this is not one of them boneless bobs either. This has movement. Y'all see that little line that I made with the flat iron? We're not gonna worry about that. This is from, y'all know the company. Y'all know how many times y'all seen them red boxes. This is from Unice Hair, Amazon. For this to be an Amazon wig, this bob is bobbing, okay? And the thing is, it really is true to length. It is a full 14 inches all around. 13 by 4, 180% density bob unit. Y'all know it's bob season. Now, this is the first 13 by 4 bob that I've ever featured on this channel. The closest I've had to this was like a 5 by 5. This is my first, like, big girl bob on this channel, which is surprising because I've done so many wigs. It's a natural black color. The wig comes pre-plucked. Now, I went ahead and plucked it some more, but the wig does come pre-plucked. Just to let y'all know, if you don't feel like doing all that extra work, you don't have to. I decided to do it just because I wanted that no baby hair look. And I feel like it looks so cute. Like, you can't tell me I didn't grow this. You see how easy the install was? Lace melted, gorgeous. Is that even a word? I don't know. But the lace melted really good. I love that. You guys know that Unice Hair Amazon is like my go-to when it comes to affordable wig finds. I absolutely love it. I love the color and I just love the way that they cut it. It's shorter in the back and then kind of like layered to come towards the front. So this is really like a summer bob. It's giving very like sultry, sexy vibes. I feel very grown. I think that's why I've been like avoiding doing a bob on my channel, because it makes me look so grown. But this, I don't know, this gives me like very grown. It gives sultry. It just gives everything. The color of it, the cut, the layers in the front. Chef's kiss. Shout out to Unice Hair, because this bob, I was actually nervous because whenever I do bobs, I look like 10 years older. But I look older in like a good way. I look like a very like professional, grown Miss Boss Girl type vibes. The robe is not helping my case when I say bobs make me look older. But anyways, if you want to cop this wig as well as check out other Unice Amazon finds, as well as just, get the bob. Get the bob. If you guys want to get this bob or check out more from Unice Amazon, I do have a Unice Amazon playlist with affordable finds from all the wigs I've tried from them. It's been quite a few. This is, once again, their 13 by 4 bob unit. It is 180% density, so this is not no boneless bob. This is real bob. And it is currently on sale for $140. Go ahead and check out the description box below, as well as the rest of Unice Amazon wigs. Very affordable for the summer if you guys are just looking for wigs that do come with something. Some of them come pre-plucked, pre-bleached, everything. So make sure you go check them out. In my next video, I will be doing a glueless bob from Unice Amazon. So stay tuned. This is bob number 1. We're gonna give you bob number 2 in the next video. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, as well as tell me if this is your favorite hairstyle on me, because I think this is my favorite so far. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye.